Can't believe I'm at the end of this 36-hour fasting streak. I spend so much time stuffing my face with food out of boredom instead of only eating when I'm hungry. When did I start snacking so much? Sometimes I find myself in the kitchen going through the cupboard searching for something to eat, and then I catch myself and I have to remind myself that I'm not eating right now. The movements that brought me in the kitchen were so automatic that I didn't even realize until I caught myself searching. That's when I close the cupboards and walk out. How often have I been doing that? What habits have I built over the years, not thinking they turn into habits? The sun finally came out today. I feel like I've been in limbo, patiently waiting for the gloom to disappear. I might have given up a few times, but I'm just happy the sunshine is out. Oh my goodness, the weather was perfect. Was perfect. I literally went back outside for an evening walk, and I now have to be putting on long sleeve because it dropped so quickly, and it's like, oh my gosh, what the heck? It was so nice. Why? Why, New York? Why? Last night I was up so late, and it was like, it's kind of weird because it's not a thing that I usually do, but I don't know. I was gonna try something cool right here, but it just feels weird doing it. I was gonna be like, hey, so I was up really late last night, and then I was gonna be distracted by my phone, and then be like, oh, I'm sorry, you're actually here for me to talk to, so why am I paying attention to my phone instead of just talking to you? And then it felt so scripted. That was like, in the moment of me thinking about doing it, I'm like, I'm not doing that. Like, that is structuralizing this, and this is free flow creativity. This is me without the structure. Life Unscripted, hence the name of the series. So I'm happy I didn't do it. You see, I just figured all of that out by just my little resistance to doing something. I'm just like, wait, but That's not what this is. And that's to go off in a tangent just for a little bit. That's me. I tend to be a perfectionist at times. And it literally serves me no good. It really doesn't. It just delays things. But sometimes I don't catch when I'm being a perfectionist. And I think this time I caught it, which is progress. So, man, when you come face to face with the things that you're figuring out as you go, it's good to acknowledge them and then to release them. So that's exactly what just happened. Now back to the story about last night. I was up till about after 1 in the morning, and I'm not a night owl. I am a very, very early sleeper. I like going to bed. If I can get into bed at 8 o'clock, that would be perfect. Absolutely perfect. But now the sun's up a little longer and 8 o'clock really isn't dark anymore. So yeah, I get pushed a little bit. But I'm laying down and trying to go to sleep. And these ideas just keep coming. They just keep coming. They just keep coming. So it's like every time I lay down, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to sleep now. It's just more ideas just pop up. And the difference with last night and like any other night was that last night was really quiet. But I wasn't tired to the sense where I'm like, okay, it's quiet. Yes, let me just go to sleep. No, it's quiet, but I don't think I'm ready for sleep yet. And I'm so happy I experienced that, because the amount of things that came to me as ideas, I'm like laying there and I'm like, okay, all right, I'm gonna go to sleep now. Put phone down, I'm gonna go to sleep. The phone, because I'm writing the notes of the things that ideas that I'm getting, right? And I lay down, and not even a minute later, I get up writing down something else. I'm like, these ideas are too good to not write down. That was awesome. And I'm like, I'm thinking about it. And I thought about it the day before, actually, where once you start something, it doesn't stop unless you stop. But it doesn't stop because the ideas just keep coming, just keep coming. And it's like, okay, how do I make this better? How do I add something else to it? And it's like a rolling ball, and it's going down the hill. Remember that little story? It's going down the hill, but it's getting bigger as it's going down. So that's the difference with waiting to start something and just jumping in to start. Yeah. Like, I am always in awe of all the ideas that keep coming. And I always think, oh my gosh, I don't have enough time to really execute all these ideas. But some of them are just for me. And the ones that I do get to share, those are the ones that should be shared. And literally, this is all coming to me right now, because I feel like I'm just hearing the words and I'm actually sharing it. So I'm figuring this out the same way. And another thought came to me. Yes, these thoughts are always coming to me. But another thought came to me, and it's like, my films are like therapy sessions, which is kind of cool, because I think it's not just a therapy session for me, it is also a therapy session for you. Because as I am figuring out the things that are blocking me and the things that are stopping progress, You get to figure it out along with me. So it's a 2 for 1 type of situation, and that makes me excited. That's a I think that's a cool perspective to have. So that came to me as well. But I just admire the fact that I'm always open to growing, to understanding, and to experience. Grow, understand, and experience everything, whether I get to share it or not. Speaking about sharing, I was also going through the videos on my phone, and I have so many videos that I have not put together. And I'm like, oh my goodness, these are good videos. These are a lot of places that I've been, a lot of just travel videos. And I'm like, I should probably put them together because they would be more short videos, short vertical videos. So they wouldn't be in Life Unscripted, but they will be the shorter versions of Life Unscripted. And I'm like, I really should put these things together and actually share them because that was the intention of capturing it in the first place. So I should finish the cycle. Right there. Finish the cycle. Wow. Okay. All right. I'm just going to keep writing all of these ideas that are coming to me because I feel like I'm just in that space right now, and it's exciting. And I love it. I love it so much. Okay, talk later. I got 2 twins from 2 eggs. Oh my gosh. So now I have 4 yolks and from only 2 eggs. That's awesome. Ah, 2 more. I'm just making breakfast. I wasn't going to film breakfast, but I saw that I had a twin yolk, so I was like, okay, maybe I can see if I can catch another one so you could see. So that's why I'm like, okay, let me just turn on the camera. And then I got the second one. Yay! That's so cool. Earlier today, I walked into the bathroom and noticed that the toilet paper was almost done. I looked under the sink where I usually stash 2 extra ones, but there was none. I walked to the closet where I usually stash the package, and on the way there, I saw that there were shoes thrown down. Since I had to step over the shoes, I decided to pick them up to avoid a trip hazard. There. I proudly began to walk back to do something else and spotted an empty shopping bag by the door, so I grabbed it and added it to the trash. I decided to fold the laundry since it's been staring at me for days, begging to get put away. I walked back into the bathroom to remove the towels and remembered why I walked out in the first place. To get more toilet paper. Back to the closet. I opened the door and saw that there was only one toilet paper left in the package. Damn, if I knew there was only one left, I'd have added it to the Amazon order. I changed the paper, walked to the kitchen to throw out the extra roll, and remember I still needed to fold the laundry. If this was all I had to do for the rest of my life and nothing else, I don't think I'd be very happy. If I cannot be creative, I cannot function properly. I know it's very popular right now for women to aspire to be housewives, but I'm 100% against it. I don't even want to do this for my own self, much less to do it for another person. I am nobody's housewife, not even mine. And this all started because I was looking for a shirt. Distractions.
Nothing like in Jamaica.
Yeah, it's not like Jamaica.
You feel like having your cake and all that.
You like spicy?
The spicy is not good. I come here all the time. Sorry to bother you. And now it's amazing.
Hi. I have not been in a great mood. I woke up and I had to do some really intricate things this morning. And everything that I was doing was just extra difficult for no reason. It's just something wasn't working, something was off. It's like nothing was going how I wanted it to go, or not even how I wanted it to go. It was more, it wasn't going how it normally goes. And that's the frustrating part. But let me check something, because something just actually crossed my mind. I'm like, what is Mercury retrograde? Or is Mercury in retrograde? Mercury in retrograde. No. So it's just whatever the energy is that's just like, I don't feel like working today, so we're just not gonna do it how we're supposed to. Anyways, I hung out with my best friend yesterday, and it was amazing seeing him. And then my cousin is visiting New York, visiting a foreign land for the very first time. And it was good to see him and to see my mom yesterday. And of course, the food was absolutely amazing. But while my my best friend, Joe, while he was here and we were chatting it up and everything, I took out some of my old drawings. That's what they are. Old drawings and old books and everything. I was going through a few of them when I realized that I haven't seen these things forever. So I'm looking through some of them. And I was told, especially with drawing pads, if you have tracing paper and you put it in between your drawings, it actually helps to stop the smudging of the drawing on the page to smudge on the page that's covering it. If you use pencil, and because I use a lot of pencil, and I love drawing with pencil first, it's so much fun to just allow my hands to go wherever they want to go. So I was looking through this. I was like, oh my gosh, these are such layered pieces. And everything that I've written and everything, all my notes, all the little pictures that, wow, I. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this one is my friend. We were in the, what's it called? Hold on. Let me take this off because you're being annoying right now. No, 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 no. No. There. Okay. Yeah, let me get back to that. So, this, that photo, I took that photo when I was in when I was in an undergraduate at New York Institute of Technology, and I walked out of my class and I saw my friend on the carpet in the hallway, and it was just a moment of, I'm going to lay here and I don't care who sees me because I am exhausted and I need to rest for at least 2 minutes. And I'm so happy I took this photo. And if I do ever see her again, I'm going to show this to her because that was hilarious. But to have these pieces that I did since 2010, all of my writings and everything that look like what I said I would do with my journal now. And it's funny because I'm like, I've always been doing this. Literally always been doing this, and I love it. Like there's a part here where it's like, do not read, just look at the pretty picture. Wow. Let me find something to actually read. Hmm. Ah. Okay, I found one. Pink is the moon, but only seen once. Pink is the diamond that's rarely found. Pink is as soft as a baby, but pink is also the color I hate. It's just like, oh my gosh, this is so nice and everything about pink being such a plush color and everything. And then I end up with like, yeah, I don't like pink. I think that is just so me. And it makes me happy that these little nuances where it's like, no, I've always been sort of an asshole with certain things and been, oh my gosh, blunt with other things. That's the perfect word. And I'm,
Oh my
I just
gosh.
love it. I have been looking for this for so long. It's actually two parts because the dragon was, oh, here we go. This way, yeah. Let me put it down. The dragon was too big to fit on just one page. Ah, that's why. This way. There we go. Yes. I always think of this drawing, and it was actually drawn for someone who wanted a dragon tattoo, which they never got, by the way. But the fact that I was able to get such a really cool drawing from the idea, I'm not even mad. Just like, yeah, dragons are my thing. So I love that I have that. Love that I found that. I always did abstract little pieces. It's so good to finally like find these things again. Because when I find them now, it kind of reinforces what I'm doing. Oh, these are gorgeous. What? It's so neat. I haven't seen these in over a decade. 2010. We're in 2025. Wow. Oh, I think this is upside down. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. But it looks great either way. Oh my gosh. These are so cool. Oh, yes. Told you, pencil. Pencil, pencil, pencil. I love drawing with pencil. What? The wings, the wings, the feathers, the wings. So Joe was telling me yesterday that, because most of my drawings have wings or some essence of a wing or fairy or something like that. And he was like, I think you might be a part fairy or something. And I'm like, you're not wrong. So he was telling me about this like Fae Day that happens where people just dress up like a fairy. And he's like, it's really cool. So I should probably check that out. But it actually happened already in New York. So that's a bummer. Wow, this was the start of that project. Actually, there was a project that I did where it's like sayings that you grew up with, or like sayings that mean something to you, or one of the sort, but it's something you had to do with sayings, right? And this one was early bird catches the first worm. So my take on that was, well, this bird is so early, the worm's actually still in bed sleeping, and the sun's barely coming up, and just, yeah. So I thought that was funnier that the bird actually went into the ground to get the worm. So that was one idea for the illustration. And then the other one was inspired by this Jamaican saying, you never know the use of your tail until it's gone. Or the saying actually goes, cow never knows the use of their tails until it's gone. So it's kind of like a time lapse in one image where the cow is like wagging its tail and just eating and wagging its tail. I don't know why my cow has a voluptuous ass, but yes, it does. And then the ones that is closer to the viewer, there's no tail. So what is the purpose of the tail? The tail was actually getting rid of all the flies that would be around the butts. And now that it doesn't have a tail, there is no more. Then all the flies are just there. And he's like, wait, what? Why? And then this one, diamonds are forever. So my concept of this was, I'm going to, someone somewhere millions of years from now is going to find a box, and inside the box is going to be a hand, and the hand is going to have a giant diamond on it. And because diamonds never really like deteriorate over time, it lasted the span of time, but the hand is like still skeleton, and the person died like ages ago. So it's like, you didn't last, but your diamond did, and someone found a box. So that was my concept for that. And then the fourth idea was curiosity kills the cat. Now there's a half of a cat inside of a cannon gun. Yeah, I think that's the name of it. But one of those guns that shoots cannon out of it. So that one, I was like, fire. Poor kitty. Yeah. I think that was very morbid. But most of the things that I drew, they're not, they are like animation like, but they're not what you will see in kids cartoons. Not at all. So I took from all of these, I took Diamonds Are Forever, that idea, and developed it more, decided the size of the poster and just everything, right? And went into research on skeleton hands, the hands of the skeleton, different boxes I want to use, the different types of diamonds and all, and found out that the rarest diamond was pink. So that's where the poem from earlier about pink, with the diamond being pink in it, but I don't like pink. That's kind of what that stemmed from. And that's kind of cool. So I think this was my first pass at mind you, this is all hand drawn first. I don't think I have any of the sketches. No, I don't. And all hand drawn and brought into Adobe Illustrator. And then I outline everything and then bring it into Photoshop and color it. So this was how the skeleton hand turned out. And then the start of the diamond, and nothing else is really like there. And a bunch of words. Then it turns into this, where the box is added. The diamond becomes more, the diamond is more full. Now it's sitting in silk inside the box, and it's getting somewhere. And then that, oh, it's all attached. Okay, that turns into this, where the diamond becomes a beautiful piece, and the details on the diamond is just like, I did amazing there. This was all done in Photoshop, and it's everything is so detailed that the diamond literally looks real, but it's not. It's all drawn from the actual reference and everything that I looked up. So now the text I used, it's kind of a trick on the word. I play with the letters in the words, where diamonds are forever, because I didn't want diamonds in are forever, so it kind of worked into it. And the I being upside down is like, hey, we're going down right here. So that was cool. I think that was cool. This has always been one of my favorite posters that I've ever made. Over 10 years ago now, and it's still one of my favorite. Wow. This is a good one as well. The only order to my disorder is me. I am the only one who knows what's best for me. You do not walk in my shoes, so you cannot begin to fathom what I go through. I smile, but don't take it as an invitation. Ooh, spicy. So much on my mind, so much to say, so much I feel, but you don't know. This is real. Man, and all of these were written in 2010. 2010. I'll go through this and do like a flip through, sort of, on certain things. And it kind of turned into, like journal entries at one point. So this is fun. Okay. Be good going through this and seeing, this is a good one. Oh, wow. This, it feels like a refraction. I think that was the inspiration for it because beneath the face that is there that I didn't see the first time I actually looked at it, well, above the face. So beneath is the face, and above is like a mirror, but it's fractured. It's not it's not chaotic. It's so neat. So it's like it's done on purpose, but the face below doesn't know it. Wow. 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 This is all awesome. Okay. As I was reading over some of the writings, I can actually feel the emotion coming through the words on the paper, and it's like, wow, I was angry. I was so angry. And it wasn't just at one thing, it was at everything. And I was more frustrated because no one seemed to understand me. And it didn't matter how hard I tried for them to understand, they wouldn't. And it wasn't until I learned to love myself and I decided, listen, since no one literally is going to do it right, you should do it yourself. And that led to the dissipation of anger, where slowly it just started to disappear. Because at one point, and I wrote it a lot in the writing, I couldn't feel my heartbeat. And I always thought that was very concerning, but it didn't matter how hard I worked out, how hard I ran, or what I was doing, I physically could not feel my heartbeat. Not like if I put my hand over my chest, where it's like, yeah, I do feel it, but it would be very faint for my wrist. And if I'm still enough, I still couldn't feel it. So I always thought that was weird. And I thought that made me disconnected in a lot of ways. But getting through all that anger and everything I was feeling, the moment I decided I'm going to love myself. Because at some of the descriptions that I used about myself, they weren't very nice. And I had a lot of nice things to say, description wise, but there were also the times when there would be one or two words out of like 20 or so that wasn't positive. Understanding myself now, I knew that those were projected onto me and I absorbed them. So I became that. It's crazy how much we grow through and we're unsure of that growth, because if I didn't go back and read those things today, I wouldn't have noticed how far I've actually come on my personal journey, where I get over a lot of self-hate, a lot of negative talking, and a lot of expectations. Or, yes, expectations, because I was expecting a certain thing and no one would match up to that. Instead of just allowing what it is to be and then having no expectations and just accepting what it is. And if I don't agree with it, then I don't have to accept it. I can walk away. So I always wondered, where does all the ideas and inspirational messages come from when I give those to people? And I'm realizing that they're all from experience. It sucks, but it's the truth. They're all from experience. And crazy enough, a few days ago, I said to myself, the best advices come from people who have gone through the experience. Just out the blue, just like that. And I was like, that makes sense. But I never once questioned where my inspirational messages came from. I never did. I always believed that most of the things that I write and create and all that, it's not really physical me it's coming from. It's coming from something much bigger. And I still believe that. But now I understand that it is also that, but it is the experience as well. Yeah. But I was so angry, and I'm happy that I'm not that angry anymore. And I've learned to love me and learned to understand what my boundaries are and to inform people about those boundaries and to just be more me. I feel like I have come such a long way in over a decade. And the writings have made me see that. Yeah. They were intense. And in the midst of just pouring my heart out on the paper, there were also droplets of inspirational messages saying something like, oh, we go through things that challenge us and it only makes us better. And something is going to this is all going to make sense at the end of it all. And just little things like that, where it's like, it's not just 100% dooming thoughts that I just want to get out of my head. It was, yes, those are dooming thoughts, but it's not all that bad. Because you see a light. And that little light is what kept me going. Whew. I have come a long way. Anyways, talk to you next week. I'm okay. I'm just really proud of myself, and I'm a very emotional person. So, yeah, I'm okay. Okay, talk to you next week.